Hello my YouTube family, just here for New Gaming. Bringing you guys some more Dark Souls daily. This is some PvP. This time I'm actually on a different build. I'll have to go ahead and add the stats on in the end, or I will put them in the description either way. Just for those of you who are wondering, I actually completely forgot until I just hit the record button. But yeah, I'll either add it in at the end, the very end, and I'll put a link to it through an annotation, or I will put it in the description. So this is some kind of ninja style PvP, and forgive me if my view or my perception of ninjas isn't 100% accurate, but I have the parrying dagger in my left hand. I don't feel like ninjas would use shields. I'm not really sure they would use a parrying dagger either, but they probably would use daggers. And it actually looks like a sai, so yeah, they would probably use sais. I have a katana on my right. I have a pyromancy in my left hand, the other slot, second slot. Pyromancy Flame, not upgraded at all, and I have the Power Within and Poison Mist. In my off right hand, I actually don't use it at all. I completely forgot, to be honest. But I have a Chaos Bandit knife, and that was supposed to be for parrying, but I was doing so much damage with parrying that I actually didn't really feel I ever needed to switch. But there were a few times that I thought about it. Because it'd probably do nearly 2,000 damage with my setup with the Hornet's Ring. Excuse me. But I don't know. This PvP was a lot of fun, and I didn't do how I expected. I won't say that whether or not it was better or worse, because I want you guys to go ahead and just find out for yourself. So yeah, I could have done terrible, and I could have done really good, but I could have done it in between those. Anywhere in between those two either, but I'll let you guys find it out for yourself by watching. But yeah, I definitely did not do how I expected. Some things you have to keep in mind is that this is like the first time I've done legit duels or PvP with a dex build ever. If you go through all my videos, I'm pretty sure I've never recorded me using a dex build in anything. I just wanted to switch it up, do something different. I know dex builds are common, but they're not common for me, so that was kind of the point. I wanted to show you guys a different style of PvP that I myself would take a crack at. So yeah, I'm doing tons and tons of damage with my crits, or my parries, or ripostes, excuse me, is the accurate term. What else? I also have only used the parry dagger once. The parrying dagger, I've used it once, and that was recorded. And I called myself the parry master because I was streaming, and that's what people were saying, and I got so much hate for that, even though, I don't know, I guess I should have been showing the chat or something. But anyway. So yeah, this is some ninja style PvP. I thought it was a lot of fun, but I don't know, it's really, really exhilarating when you get a riposte, and especially if it turns around the fight and just see all the damage you do, especially with the Hornet's Ring. The riposte animation is so brutal and just satisfying. But I don't know, the thing I really dislike about this build is just how quick fights tend to end, because it's kind of glass cannon-y. It's not entirely. Like a true glass cannon would be running around with like the right tier storing activated. That's how they would start fights, with like next to no health, and they would pretty much go for one-hit kills. Although I can quite often get one-hit kills with my parrying, with parrying and riposting. Not always is that the case, but so I just lost my train of thought, but I got it. I got it like 1 second after. So this build really doesn't have much in the way of defense. I do have 50 vitality though, so I can take a few hits, but I really have no way of, what is the word I'm trying to get? No way of like reducing the amount of damage I take. So I can't block. I can parry, that's all I can do, but I can't block any incoming damage. I can't reduce it anyway. So I have to use my agility, my stamina, my rolls, and my parrying dagger as my defense, and those are pretty much offensive things too as well. So this build is pretty much all offense. That's kind of accurate, I guess you could say. So yeah, I really do enjoy it. It was a lot of fun. It was enjoyable. Definitely switch up my play style for a while. Although it's not what I'm used to, and I prefer you know, a good lengthy duel. But I actually don't end up backstabbing in this at all either. Surprisingly, someone's probably already typing it, or already has, or was typing an angry comment. Why do you have the Hornet Ring, you backstab Fisher, or something like that? And that's not how I imagine you guys sound, but probably the people that, you know, in the complainy voices that people have, something like that. You backstab Fisher. But yeah, someone's probably typing an angry comment, but I do not backstab at all, and not just in these matches that I'm showing you, but while I was PvPing but we're at the 40 minutes. Well, I mean, not all of it was 40 minutes of fighting. It was, you know, most of it was like 20 minutes of waiting and 20 minutes of fighting, and then, I don't know, there was some stuff in between. Some of it wasn't so exciting. I had some matches that, you know, ended a little quicker than I would have liked. I don't know if it was even 20 minutes of fighting, to be honest. I remember after it was that one guy I invaded, Ninja, I think, or something like that. He actually recognized that I was a YouTuber. He didn't know who I was. He asked for my channel, but he was hosting, and the first guy with all the Wrath of the Gods that was doing tons of them. I lost the first fight, but I was summoned back to his world, and I killed him. And I sat in his world for like 10 to 15 minutes waiting for him to try to summon someone else, and he finally did. Oh my gosh, it was kind of a waste of time, but it didn't bother me too much. These are the first gankers I actually ran into today, and things actually went pretty well. My fall was well timed. The footage I'm watching is actually running kind of slow. I don't know why, my computer's being all derpy, but this footage, like while I'm watching it, it's not actually real time. It's really, really a bad preview. I don't know what's going on here. It's usually not this bad, but yeah, these gankers, I don't know, they just got unlucky, because when I actually fell off the edge, the other Phantom had just gotten summoned, so I just made a straight beeline. And right here I am just trying to make sure he doesn't flask anymore, because he did. He tried to heal his buddy that already got killed by the backstab, but it was too late. So yeah, now we turn the tides on him. I'm not being the smartest right here. I'm just throwing the poison throwing knives, so my fellow Dark Wraith is getting killed, and he does die. But this guy is not very smart, and he lets me stack up a ton of bleed on him. And as you see right here, I end up doing like 800 damage with like 2 hits, and the katana does not do that much damage. It doesn't do 400 damage per hit, at least not with me usually. And yeah, the bleed just got the better of him there and killed him. So that was a pretty satisfying. I honestly thought if I had run into any gankers with this build, I would instantly die, because I'm terrible with the parrying dagger. I'm unused to dex builds, but I don't know, it worked out really well. I actually... Oh, it's Ninja. There he is. That's his name. Actually, I don't really win that. At least lately, when I've gotten back into Dark Souls, I haven't been winning a lot of my fights. But today, I had like a 70% or higher win ratio. It was kind of crazy. I said I wasn't gonna really talk about how I did, but it's already at the last fight here, and I got it. Oh my gosh, almost a picture perfect. I got damage on him, and then I riposted him. So much damage, and then I just I try to kill him with the poison throwing knives. This is a pretty cool fight, and I don't think I've ever had a fight like this where I'm just like, you know, poking around, messing with someone because they're just that low. I think it's the first time it's happened to me that I can remember. But yeah, it was a lot of fun, a lot of actually exciting PvP, and actually I was able to talk about it for nearly 10 minutes without like really stuttering or tripping over myself too much. There's actually quite a bit I wanted to mention. There's a lot more I actually still want to talk about. I guess the only things I really need to say are, you know, leave comments down below on how I can make the videos more exciting for you guys personally. I would really like to hear your feedback. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this episode of Dark Souls Daily, though. I will see you guys tomorrow unless something comes up for more Dark Souls Daily, and I go ahead and bow and he just dies. But yeah, that is all for today. Love you guys. Yosh, damn it. God bless.